Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the All Systems Go podcast, where we interview startup founders and digital marketers to discuss strategies and software to build automated marketing and sales systems that scale. I'm your host, Chris L. Davis, the founder of Automation Bridge. And today I have Lincoln Islam, who is the founder of WP Funnels, which is the only funnel builder in WordPress with which you can both plan and design your funnels within the WordPress dashboard. And we're going to be talking about build WordPress based solutions for funnel building. Okay. So a lot of you may be using WordPress. Maybe you're using something else like Squarespace or anything else. But I want to give Lincoln the floor today to talk about his software, why WordPress, and why you should be highly considering using such a tool to leverage WordPress to build out your sales funnel. Lincoln, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
Hey Chris, I'm great. I'm great. Thanks for having me here, and everyone who is going to listen to the podcast. Uh, I'll try to share our experience about WP Funnels and how it can help you guys.
Yes,
So, thanks
yes.
everyone for listening, and Chris and the All System Go podcast team for inviting me.
Yes, Lincoln, I have to say, full transparency, everyone, I did not know such software existed. Shame on me. I know you all look at me as Chris, you've got to know all of the software. I don't. So this was a pleasant surprise. For those of you on my newsletter list, we send out a monthly email. We call it the Marketing Automation Report, where we just review of various software. And for this report, I looked and said, "Hey, what's going on with funnels in WordPress? Or what's out there?" And I was pleasantly surprised to see the canvas approach that you took with WP Funnels and building out a sales funnels with WordPress. But before I get into those details, tell us a little bit about your founder's journey. Is this the first software company that you created? Do you have an extensive background in coding? What brought you to the point of creating WP Funnels?
Well, I really want to share my experience and why we created WP Funnels. Uh, I've been in this industry as a startup founder or business owner since 2012. So I started my business officially from 2014 when I registered my business. But personally, I started working on this industry from 2012. I've been to different role, worked on different kinds of projects from small to medium and enterprise projects. Since then, behind the scene, Coderex is the parent company that is behind all of our products that we have now.
Mhm.
So we've been creating projects, creating funnels, creating LMS-based website from GE to small website. We have done project for different kinds of clients.
Okay.
Uh, so we have more plugins. We have another brand called Rexteam where we sell WooCommerce based plugin for generating feeds. We have another one called WPVR, which is for creating 360-degree virtual tour,
Wow.
which was another interesting product. And we have seen people are going crazy over it during COVID session. Everyone started to use the virtual tour plugin to create their space virtual tour, and we found it was really helpful. I mean, before that, it was not that much important, except real estate agents or interior designers, people like who wants to rent their properties. But when COVID started to shut down everything, and we started seeing lot of people coming to us and creating their virtual tour. One person who created a virtual tour for his kids' playground. So he wasn't able to take his kids to the playground, so he created a virtual tour so he can show this tour to his kids. I mean, it was totally different than what we can expect from a normal business.
Mhm.
So that was one of our products. About WP funnels. So as I said, I have been to this industry like for almost a decade, and we have created a bunch of projects, small to medium and enterprise, everything. Uh, for us, we have to create, as a business owner, I have to create funnels multiple times. As we are discussing, you were saying about lead pages and click funnels, all the tools that are out there. Uh, so back in 2019, end of 2019, I was trying to create. How about creating? I know about the sales funnels. I know how to boost conversions. I know how to, increase your conversion rate. So I was thinking, how about if we offer sales funnel for our plugins? So right now we're just selling one of uh, plugin license. So you come to our website, you buying it, and just uh, going to use it. So I started to implement it. The experience that I have from ClickFunnels, I have used ClickFunnels, Kajabi, Katra, whatever it is. I mean, most of the major popular tools out there. So as our platform is WordPress, uh, I have to search for the existing solutions. So I guess there is another great plugin called Cutforce. This is another sales funnel built in for WordPress.
Mm-hmm.
I picked it and started to using it. So as you know, when a professional is starting to create sales funnel, we always start with the mapping. So
Mm-hmm.
when I started, okay, I'll have to do the mapping. Once I'm done with the mapping, I have to take it to the website, make it functional. So what I found, it was pretty much, you know, uh, it was built for someone that is pro.
Mm.
And even though I was pro, it was not pretty easier for me because I have to do the mapping outside using Funalytics or Geru or some kinds of software and implement it to your website. So I was finding it pretty much not as smooth as I wanted.
Yeah.
And some of the features, like if you have a WooCommerce website, let's say with thousands of product, there is no way you can offer sales funnel based on category or based on conditions. Like if someone is buying a product, let's say if you're selling t-shirt, if someone is buying a t-shirt from this specific category, let's say t-shirt from this specific author, then show upsell from that category or show upsell from a certain product. It was quite impossible to do that with the existing solution that WordPress had. And the user experience that I had with those tools was not easier. So I know there are a lot of products. There are ClickFunnels, there are Funalytics, those are SaaS products. There are competitor in WordPress, but I have to use like multiple products. So end of the day, I'm ending up using tons of products, which is wasting my time, or I should say consuming my time to learn that platform. I mean, if I have to use three platforms to create a single funnel, that it is taking my time to learn those platforms and becoming expert. Then I thought of like, how about creating something, how about coming up with a solution that will not require you to learn multiple tools. And the interesting part was like, I when I started the research and development, I challenged my team. Okay, we are to do something, it's for ourselves, but it has to be done within 3 clicks. How about this?
Mm.
I mean, it was not a possible way of doing it, but we have tried. When we the team when presented the solution, I figured out it within 3 clicks. Maybe it was possible, but it was getting too much complicated. I mean, you have to make it functional, you have to make it work. It's not just like creating a funnel and leaving it there. You have to, end of the day, you have to use it, you have to promote the funnels and get your conversion rate as high as possible. Then the initial version, back and forth, a lot of back and forth, starting to going through the team members and the designers. Finally, uh, last year we have locked down a uh, design that is not possible within 3 clicks, but I mean, I wanted to give people option, not to uh, blind shot. Like, what you see, what you get. So we planned of how about combining all the tools together. Like, I don't want to go to Funnelytics. I don't want to go to another conversion tool. I don't want to use Sales Funnel plugin for everything in together.
Hmm.
So then we came out like, let's build the canvas first. So anyone who start to create a funnel, they should be able to see what are they, I mean, what are they setting off, what will be the ultimate result, what will be the next step, instead of blind shot. Then I mean, we wanted to offer the highest user experience that we could, and then highest possible solutions, which is like, if you are a beginner, you don't have to go through a complex learning curve, waste hours and hours. And if you are a pro user, like if you have a shop already with thousands of products, you don't have to create sales funnel for every single product and assign them manually. So then we come up with the feature called what we call is global funnel. So it's like, as I said, if you have thousands of products, you don't want to create funnels for each product, but based on category or based on conditions. So that gave us the power to serve two types of community. One is almost everyone who knows about sales funnel but don't have complex knowledge. Another one is already who is using WooCommerce to run their website, and they want to increase their conversion rate, or they want to increase their sales revenue. So finally, last year, during last quarter of last year, we wanted to, I mean, we are doing a lot of back and forth,
Hmm.
how much workload it takes to finish a product. So we came out with the MVP, and we wanted to give it to the users. So we launched our beta testing phase. I mean, when we didn't understand that people are gonna love it that much before launching the beta testing phase. So
Mm.
when you launch the beta testing today, everyone is going crazy over it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is coming to the website, and they were asking when we are launching it, and they were, I mean, they were like ready to buy.
Hmm.
But we had to hold it because the product is not functional yet. I mean, we cannot decide to launch before it's
Yeah.
it's coming out from the beta testing. So then everyone reported their features, reported the issues that we have, and we fixed, and then launched to the market. And since then, we never had to look back. I mean, it's like, when you create a product based on competition, or you want to compete with someone else, it's like running a competition game. But when you think about the users, which is our main intention, the ideology that we believe, whatever we're creating, it should help people. How it is helping? I mean, if there is already an existing solution offering the same feature, then what's the point of creating the same plugin again? So we believe in giving the power of creating sales funnel. The team behind WP Funnels, we believe in making it as much as possible easier for everyone. I mean, I'm not saying anyone without sales funnel knowledge will be able to use it, but anyone who knows about sales funnels, I mean, they can create the upsell, downsell, landing page without going through a complex learning curve. So that's our goal. We're continuously improving. We're bringing LMS support. We have bunch of payment gateway support. As I said, it's not even like 6 months we have launched the plugin, and they're like, people going crazy. If you go to our community on Facebook, WP Finance Community, you will see people are really going crazy over the tool, because we try to give a solution to people who can be benefited out of it, and we are continuously improving it. So that's the story behind WP Finance, and that's what we are trying to do for the users.
Yeah, this was insightful. I've got some notes. One of the things that you said that was refreshing is, as you're Well, first off, I hope everybody caught that you were actually doing marketing. So this
Hmm.
wasn't something that you were like, hey, in some land far, far away, they market and this is how they do it. You were actually doing it and you're looking for solutions. And like many of us, you just went to the marketplace, right? What's out there? Oh, we've got ClickFunnels. Oh, we've got Funnelytics. And Lincoln and I were talking, everybody, before we started recording. And I was telling him, there was a time where I just looked at WordPress for my website needs. That was it. Anytime I needed anything conversion focused for marketing, I would go to lead pages or insert any SaaS product. And
Well,
it was,
I can totally relate with that. I have
yeah.
to, I can remember back in 2016 or 15, I had to use, lead pages when we used to create funnels for our, agency. So I know what you were saying. As a user, I can totally understand.
Yeah, and it's what we do, right? It's the benefit of technology and the SaaS community. And there was a time I can't even remember what the catalyst was, Lincoln, but for some reason I had this crazy idea. I was like, I wonder if I could build a landing page in WordPress. I had never seen any drag and drop. This is years ago, everybody, almost 10 years ago. So WordPress was not drag and drop at all. And I went and I looked and I believe it was Beaver Builder was the first plugin and it gave you this drag and drop experience. And I remember I was at Lead Pages and we were also trying to go from a static thing to a drag and drop. So drag and drop was a theme. You know, you had ClickFunnels saying, hey, we people need to be able to drag and drop. They don't want static landing pages, and Unbounce had drag and drop. And it was like, I wonder if I could do drag and drop in WordPress for my website. Lincoln, only my website. I wasn't thinking of anything else. But what that did was it kind of, got me to start to think, okay, if I can drag and drop on my website, I wonder if I can drag and drop a landing page. If I can use WordPress for a drag and drop landing page, what are the implications? What am I losing? What am I gaining? And for the most part, a pure WordPress drag and drop solution, you're going to miss out on analytics, right? Like it's not going to show you your visits and all that. You got to do an additional plugin and everything else. But it solved the problem of, ooh, I can build landing pages in WordPress, and they were a lot more functional. Lot more functional. I could personalize the web page a lot easier, things of that nature. But that was my entryway into really exploring WordPress as a marketer. So when I heard you saying you were going and looking for all of these solutions, and at the end of the day, you're like, man, I need 5 solutions to build this funnel, this funnel out. And I love the fact that you mentioned all professionals map out their funnel. Lincoln said this, everyone. I did not plant that seed. I did not feed him that statement. This is from his experience. And you talk about mapping, and it's one of the things that I am a strong advocate of is because people just build too quick. You need to step back and map it. So hearing you say that was great. And then another thing you mentioned was, how do you create a funnel, a customized experience for one product if you have hundreds? This has been a technological limitation beyond WooCommerce, by the way. Shopify, BigCommerce, other most e-commerce platforms do not provide you natively the opportunity or the ability to build a dedicated flow for a single product. So when you mention that, I said, yep, that's another problem. Most people who are using Shopify have apps that they add on, and even that is not as flexible. And then lastly, as you were just kind of saying everything, I'm like, you know what? This really came from you scratching your own itch, solving a problem for you first in a way that helped you, not in a way like we can make money. No, this helped you all. And then you turn to the market. Now the market is like, whoa, I'll tell you, the first time I went to the website, what caught my eye was the Canvas page flow approach. I was like, wait a minute. My brain just couldn't really resolve the two because I've usually seen that like in a Funnelytics or some software dedicated to that outside of WordPress. And then it got me thinking of a possibility of logging into my website and being able to map out my funnel But not just that. Now, Lincoln, this is before I signed up for WP funnels and do anything, right? Before that, I started thinking, what if those images that show my page, what if I click it and it just took me right to that landing page? And I could modify it. And then what if when I drew the arrow, that was actually connecting the pages to the next? This now presents a page building experience that is unseen. ClickFunnels doesn't do it. You got to have your funnel, and then it has all your pages kind of like in a list view, and you just kind of know it's not visual though. Lead Pages doesn't show you this canvas view of how one page is connected to the next. So you all, I believe, are one of the first companies for WordPress that led with that functionality. So tell us a little bit about this canvas approach and experience. You're firing up WP funnels, and the first thing you do is what? You just start dropping pages and drawing arrows and then go and build. What's the ideal flow that you had in your mind when you created this product, how someone should go through it, through the funnel building process?
Well, it's easy and straight for everyone. Like you have a plan in your head. So what you have to do is just install WP Funnels and go to the funnel dashboard, click on add new funnels. Then you get an option uh, to select from existing funnel templates, because we have library of templates that already been designed for you. If you want to start really fast, like you just import one of the templates. We have templates including upsell and downsell. We have templates without them. So as we have two version out there, like one is free, which is available to download from WP repository. Another one is the pro one. So pro one removes all the limitations or templates library that you can import. So let's say you have any of them. So add new, click on import template if you want to use existing design, because we believe not everyone has to be a designer to create a funnel.
Yeah.
You don't have to, even though the blessing of Elementor and the other drag and drop page builders will give you your design. I mean, it will give you the options to design your landing page very fast, and compared to what we were discussing earlier. Uh, but we wanted to make it more faster. So like other tools, we have templates that are well researched and well designed by a professional designer that you can import. Once you're done importing, you see the visual canvas. You see the landing page, you see the checkout, you see the thank you, or you see the if you want to offer upsell, if you want to offer downsell. Then what you have to do is just click on each step. You see everything. Like if you want to use 5 steps funnels,
Yep.
you see everything in front of you. So it's not like going anything away and you're coming back from another page and you're like pulling your hair to keep track of everything. So we are seeing everything. So at this stage, what you have to do is change. If you're importing our existing templates, you just have to change the text and images, clicking on the edit using your favorite page builders. Like if you're a fan of Elementor, we have option for Elementor. If you're using Divi or Gutenberg, so you can choose any of them.
Yeah.
And you can from the landing page you can change the design and your creatives. And the second step, which can be as you prefer, the checkout option. So what you have to do is assign your product. Like when people are coming from the landing page to check out, they want to buy something, which product are you selling on this funnel? So you assign from the same canvas, you're just clicking on edit, settings, and assign a product, and then you are done. We have more features that you can see, and if you want to use, you can use, or if you don't want to use, you can let them right there. So we have done this landing page, checkout, and then if you want to, after checkout, if you want to boost your sales, offer upsell, any upgrade product or something else, you can, I mean, the checkout and upsell, assigning product for a checkout stage and upsell is almost same. So it shouldn't take you more than, I mean, it should take you some time to plan which product you're offering, which is totally depends up to you.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't take you more than 1 minute to assign the product. So then if you want to, it depends up to you. If you want to offer another downsell, you can offer downsell, and then the thank you page, which is the finishing of the sales funnel builder. Alternatively, if you want to, I mean, if you prefer to use your own design, I mean, you like to play with the page builders and design your own stuff. Like if you don't like how designers work, you're, I mean, ready to go with scratch. You can select from scratch, click on like which stage of flow you want to create. So you can create checkout first, landing page, checkout, and then other steps if you want to offer like upsell, downsell, or any other steps. And that's how, that's straightforward it is. So once you're done, you just uh, save it and preview, and you see your complete funnels. And when it comes about using CRM, we do not have CRM on WordPress, built-in CRM on WordPress. But you see, there are a lot of CRM tools. Fluent CRM, one of the
Mhm.
coolest CRM tool out there. You can use Fluent CRM, hook it with WP Funnels. We already have native integration with Fluent CRM. So for CRM, you can utilize it for both sales funnels and lead generation funnels. So if you are using WP Funnels for lead generation pages, we have support for lead generation funnel. So you're creating the landing page with the squeeze page, or lead form, and then doing the integration with Fluent CRM and thank you page. So once someone opts in, the lead is directly going to Fluent CRM, and then you can take it from there, like we used to do with Active Campaign, or uh, but what is that? I think I forgot.
Active
Active.
Campaign, Keep. Uh, it's a library of them out there. I'll
Yes.
say this though, Lincoln. Let me jump in. As you're, I'm familiar with it, with the platform, and I have to say, I want to highlight a few things that really stood out to me when I was going through this process that you're mentioning. Right, the first is
Mhm.
how easy it is to just drag a page. I feel like anybody. You don't even have to be a great marketer to say, I have a page, and after this page, I want to link it. I want it to go to another page. And I'm going to tell on myself here. I overcomplicated what you guys made so simple, because you have, especially if you're using your built in template, when you connect it, it's going to automatically go to that page, right? And my brain I'm so Lincoln, I'm so used to having to go to the form, find the thank you page URL, then go build the thank you page URL because I need it to put it into the form. This back and forth. I
Yeah,
would
and assigning the URL manually. Yeah.
right. And you guys just did it. I can't tell you how much time I spent trying to do it the old way. And it finally clicked. I said, oh my goodness, the button automatically linked to the next page. But I've never had this experience. So that's one thing I wanted to highlight. Then two, I was a WooCommerce user early in my career online, and one of the things that I spent the most of my time doing was customizing WooCommerce. So, getting those checkout pages to look just right. I mean, it took a lot of PHP because you had to modify the files and do it in your child theme so you don't mess up core WooCommerce. And oh, it was a thing, man. And of course, if you needed to change it, oh my goodness, right? So to see you be able to do one of the most simple things, it appears everybody that is simple, but I wanted to highlight it, the fact that you can control the checkout fields. You can select which fields to display, which ones you want to capture, and if you want to split the checkout form into two steps. You provide that level of functionality in there, as well. And then lastly, I want to say, when you talk about using WP funnels for lead gen, I think this is really important because I'm seeing, and I know you guys are still evolving, but I'm seeing kind of this approach to the space where you're enabling marketers to essentially build any funnel in WordPress. A few other solutions, I won't name them now, but you can search on the website long enough and you'll find them. They're WooCommerce based. So if you're not using WooCommerce, there's nothing there. You have no need for that product. But for you guys to be able to say, hey, look, you may just want to use us for lead generation. Here you go. Here's a landing page. It'll integrate with CRMs, any CRM system of your choosing, and then you have a thank you page. It does two things for me, Lincoln. One is, go
One,
ahead.
which I guess I should mention it, that currently it works with. I mean, we have hook support.
Yep,
So I mean, if you're a pro user, I should not expect anyone to be pro user. But if you're a pro user, you can use it with any CRM tool. But for WordPress based CRM, we currently have integration with Fluent CRM.
yep.
So I wanted to correct you on that.
Oh,
That
sure. Not any
you don't
CRM.
have an integration with any CRM. So
Yes, yes, absolutely. But there's implications, right? If I'm using a CRM system, I can now use WP funnels, capture leads, put them in my CRM system, and have a visual display. And
mhm.
for me, Lincoln, what I found is that the best way to know what's going on is visually. I get labels, I understand folders, I understand grouping your pages. But until I can see it, I've had many versions of groupings and labels. Okay, here are my thank you pages, here are my webinar registration pages, right? But it's just text. It just tells you what the page is, right?
Yeah, it's like going back and forth with funnel digs and your functional pages. So it's like going back and forth, and losing track.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
caught me. Why I have to do. I mean, we are a team of engineers and creative people. So if we can make it in one place, why do you have to maintain the mapping on one place? I know you can have a lot of options, but you don't need those options
Yep, yep,
to create map and finish your funnels. You just need to get the least feature to make it functional. So when you're mapping it, it should be functional from the right on the canvas.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's our main goal. And on top of that, we have been releasing features and integration with LMS software and other software. Currently we are about to release integration with, I mean, I should say native integration with LearnDash, which is a huge community and people are
yes,
really loving it. We already send beta testing users, and it's gonna be without WooCommerce. So the current solution that you see out there, all of them are with WooCommerce. So you have to have the WooCommerce to sell software with LearnDash LMS, and then that's how it works. So we're releasing it without WooCommerce. So it's like creating a sales funnel for your e-learning website.
yep,
So this is something we're really excited about, that it's coming, I guess, by mid of May, or as soon as possible. Just
yeah,
better testing going on once we
mhm,
are done testing everything. So we're pretty excited about it. uh, for the lead generation, we might not be the best one, if you compare with SaaS or other platform. It works, but we are committed to improving it, day by day. We have to improve. We are listening to our users, what they're suggesting us, their feedback about the problems, what should be the improvements. So it's like a never ending process.
yeah,
So I hope we will be there soon to the main goal is not to compete within WordPress. Our
yeah,
goal is to provide a solution, provide a tool that will be able to, help almost everyone who knows about funnels, whether it's lead generation or sales funnel. And it should not break your bank. It should not should be that expensive like SaaS tools. So as
Yeah.
you're hosting it on your website, it's gonna be very affordable.
Yeah, I'll say this in closing. I think that you have identified a space in the market that you can truly could classify as blue ocean, right? Because like you mentioned, you have your funnelytics, you have your mapping softwares out there, but you still have to connect it somehow to the web page. Now, in Funnelytics, it allows you to put the URL of that web page in. So when you click on it, it takes you to that page. That may be fine for the finished product, right? But how do I get there? How in my building stages, and if you all didn't catch it, Lincoln did talk about it integrating with Elementor and other page builders. This means that you can use the template libraries from Elementor if there's a landing page that you really like, and it integrates with WP Funnels. So you're not limited in any capacity. But where I see the opportunity in the blue ocean is that you are marrying the two. So you don't necessarily need to be, hey, we're the best conversion tool, right? Hey, we're the best lead generation tool. You may just be the best visualization tool, right? So
Mhm.
that you can quickly build and see what you're doing. I use Elementor for landing pages all the time. It's not uncommon for me to just put a different form software on that page if I wanted to send to a CRM or send somewhere else like Airtable or something like that. But the idea, and it reminded me of the very first thing that I thought when I came to WP Funnels on the website was, oh my goodness, finally I can start to lay out the design of my page flow funnel and then edit it right there. So I think it's safe to say you guys are definitely leading the space with that, and it's the opportunity is yours. What direction you want to take and what piece of the market? But I'm glad to see your development, the progress that you've made. I think it's something to highlight that you have experience building other applications. That's important. So when people are saying, "Oh, do I trust WP Funnels?" It's like, listen, this is not our first rodeo. There's a team of engineers. We've got over a decade of experience. These are very important when founders are listening for new tools to use, and digital marketers are listening for new tools to use for their clients and themselves. So I appreciate that so much. Lincoln, if people want to find out more about WP Funnels, get started, see this in action, where should they go?
They can visit us on getwpfunnels.com, or they can find us on for download. They can visit repository and just giving a search will be available. And if anyone has any questions about anything, they can reach out to us support at getwpfunnels.com.
All right, great. So those links or that link will be in the show notes, everyone. That's getwpfunnels.com. Lincoln, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast, man, sharing the founder's journey as well as helping us understand more about the software, the people behind it, and some great use cases. It's greatly appreciated, man.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for the opportunity. And finally, what I want to say is this is just all teamwork. I really have to give the credits to my team. It's not me who is doing everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just the founder with the vision, and everything is getting done by the team members. So even when you're reaching out to my team, reaching out to our website, you'll find someone from the team who is very passionate about the product, and have the same vision as I have, and
Mhm.
they're tirelessly putting out all the features and releases. We're listening to our users, our future users, whoever with their feedback. So if you guys have any feedback or any questions, any suggestion, just come over at getwfunnel.com.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for your time, and Chris, and again your team for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate it, Lincoln, man. I'll see you online.
Sure.
All right.